Today I have the privilege of interviewing Jennifer Balkcom with Alcova Mortgage. And Jennifer, how are you today?
I'm good, Richard. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Good. We are still in a good place right now. I mean, the market is booming. People are still buying houses. Purchasing are still up. Refinances are still actually happening. Rates are still low. They actually lowered from last week, 0.1%, so that's good. I think everybody's taking advantage of the opportunity right now to lower that mortgage or take advantage of the lower rate to extend their mortgage to lower their payment or lower their term per se to save them right now during what's going on. There back in March and April, we saw a lot of changes all at one time. We were a little having to keep up with it. It was hard to keep up with. I don't think all of us were keeping up with this at the same time, but I think they rolled back on their guidelines. You saw more conservative, someone who would be able to help at a 580 credit score just wasn't going to happen. They had bumped credit scores or minimums to 620, 640 in different programs, and it was just much harder for people at that point in time. Non-QMs such as your jumbos or these companies that did bank statements, they lost their job for 2 or 3 weeks when they just pretty much shut down and you could not find those types of loans. They've now you're starting to see them roll back out in the summer. Slowly things started to change, but we're starting to get back in. If there's ever anything called normal, you're starting to see that come back to a normal step now, back to the maybe where it was before COVID hit. I think you need to talk with a mortgage advisor. Let's look at see where they are as far as their loan to value on their house, where they think, because values are going up. I totally understand that, but we want to see that it's going to be worth it for them to make sure they're going to qualify. We don't want to put them in PMI if they don't have it. We don't want to put it back on them. Maybe we can get them out of PMI, but you need to talk to a mortgage advisor, talk to them maybe about your employment situation with everything that's going on. They may have had to take some unemployment at a certain time, or they may have switched a type of job during this time of COVID. We want to make sure we ask all those questions before you start the application, because there may be something we need to work on before we start pulling credit and move forward. I think investors are probably seeing now, actually, something that I want to mention. Second homes right now, there's a lot of people maybe buying second homes before getting into investments, but you're looking at the rate that you would normally see on a primary home, you're getting on a second home. So you're seeing that on those rates being low. So they're taking advantage of buying those second homes if you wanted a beach house, lake house. As far as investors go, we are one of the few that are willing to do a 10% on an investment based on credit score and qualifications.
10% down?
Yes. A lot of people want that 20 or 25 down when it comes to investment properties. We do limit to the 4 units on one property. So I will say, if you're going to stay in that consumer market with investments, we will state to the same regulations as Fannie and Freddie, but those rates are still low, and you can take advantage of those opportunities for investments as well.
So if you're an investor, you're going to get the same rate as a residential purchaser.
You're going to get a lot lower rate
than
what you would expect.
They need to come and talk to you.
Yes.
And you're at Alcova Mortgage.
Yes.
What is your telephone number?
It's 828-551-0660.
Okay, and your website?
Yes, it is www.alcova.com, and it's /J Balkcom, my last name, BALKCOM.
Excellent. Thank you, Jennifer. It was a pleasure talking with you today, and I will see you soon.
Thank you so much for having me, Richard.